Good morning, party people. It's different today. You've just got me. Johnny is at work. I was just recording a video for our Patreon. Very important, party people. For those of you that don't know, we have a Patreon. We've got 2 tiers on there. We've got a general access tier. It's $5 a month where you access some behind the scenes photos, early links to things, stuff like that. We've also got a second tier, which is our very important party people, where you guys get weekly playlists, exclusively curated, and you get some deep dives. So it's not just whatever the newest, latest stuff is. I also show stuff from like what I've grown up with, songs that mean more to me, songs that might not have been singles on albums, stuff like that. And I was just recording this week's video for that, and I thought I would go through and redo the very first playlist I did, because I never did a video for that one, and I'd share it with you guys to give you a taste. So if you like this, if you want access to the VIPP, very important party people, Patreon, the link is down in the description. The support means so much. Honestly, I love this community we've built. You party people are the best, truly, and it's so cool to be able to share music with you guys like this. So if you want a bit more of like an intimate look at what we like, we also do a monthly call with you guys so we can actually talk through stuff all together. It's really fun. It's really cool having that little connection with you guys. So as I said, links down below. And let's get into Party People Volume 1. So this is 10 songs, a mix of stuff on here. The first song here is Anaheim by Don Broco off their last album, Amazing Things. We talked about this on the channel when Johnny first showed me Don Broco. I was just not really understanding them. I didn't get the vibe. I didn't understand why he liked them so much. After a few singles, I finally caught on. Was like, this is really fun. Seeing them though fully changed my experience of the band to a way of like, I love them. I truly love them. They're the nicest dudes. They're so much fun live, and they're crazy talented musicians. I feel like Anaheim is a song on their last album that might have got skipped over a little bit because there's a bit more of a chill, somber song that builds over time. But anyone that knows me knows I love a song that builds. And when it gets to the guitar solo portion in this, about 3/4 of the way in, oh, it hits me in my soul. So it's something I wanted to share with you guys. I love it so much. Next up, we got Euclid. That's right, I learned how to pronounce it now. I talked about this in my Sleep Token review, but this is off Take Me Back to Eden. It's the final track on the album, and as like a day one Sleep Token fan, this ticked all the boxes. It had like little Easter eggs, ties back to older songs. It's really catchy, which is different to this album. It doesn't have too much like catchiness. This song to me is really catchy. It's like I could hear this on the radio, and it just shows another side of Sleep Token that I love. So I won't go into that one for too much detail, but definitely recommend checking it out. Next up is a band called No Pressure. Now, I featured No Pressure as my album of the year for last year. It got the most plays. Court and I both really enjoy No Pressure. We've listened to it a whole heap. This is their brand new single, Say What You Mean. If you like fast, semi-aggressive pop punk, this is for you. These guys just do it super, super well. No Pressure is the singer from Stories So Far. It's his new project, and I feel like there's a new passion and energy in this. What used to be in Stories So Far is now kind of in No Pressure. So I'll be really interested to see what happens with the Stories So Far, because I feel like this is so exciting for them, and you can really hear it in the music. I wonder if that's going to reflect what happens in Stories So Far. Next up, we've got Wish You Were Here. That's the artist. The song is called Come Find Me. This is Jesse from Stick to Your Guns. This is his like one of his side projects he does with a friend on keys, synth. It's so pretty, man. It just showcases how talented that dude is. His vocals are so moving. He writes beautiful lyrics, is a talented guitarist, and this is just a really nice, pretty song. Again, it's another one I play for Court a whole bunch because I really like it. So definitely recommend checking out Wish You Were Here. Next up, we've got APEP. I don't know if it's APEP or APEP. APEP. Either way, it's by the band Alt from Adelaide. We checked them out on the channel pretty recently. Their new song, Friend in the Dark. This was off their like EP-ish they released, featuring Jack of Avoided Vision. This is a really cool song. It's aggressive, it's fun, it showcases some dynamic vocals, and they're definitely a band to watch as they come up. By the time this comes out as well, their album will have dropped. So you should definitely check that out. Okay, next up, oh, I'm gonna murder this one. Kreuzberg? I don't know. I assume it's somewhere in Germany or something. It's by Block Party. It's off A Weekend in the City. This is one of my top 10 albums of all time, A Weekend in the City by Block Party. It transports me back to a time in my life, my early 20s, where I was going out a lot, and this is an album that we listened to a lot before we went out. It just reminds me of friends and good times. It's a really dynamic album. Has some like aggressive moments for like hunting for witches to some really beautiful moments. This is one of the more beautiful songs on the album, and I want to share that with you guys because it means a whole lot to me. Next up is Fall Out Boy, I Am My Own Muse, off the album So Much for Stardust. Now, you guys know, if you're regulars on the channel, I talked a whole bunch about this album, trying to convince Johnny to actually listen to it because it's a return to form in a huge way for Fall Out Boy. This, I think, is my favorite song off the album. It's just monstrous. It has a huge string section, has horns. It's just a massive production, but still stays true to what makes Fall Out Boy so cool. Really cool lyrics, dynamic. It's just a punching song, so I really like it. Next up, Lean Into Life by Petey. I was shown Petey by a friend end of last year, and I didn't feature it in my yearly wrap-up because it actually came out the year before. It came out in 2021, but I didn't discover him until quite recently, and I just fell in love. I think he's so weird and quirky and fun. It's like alternative indie rock. It's like Modest Mouse meets LCD Sound System. It's just fun. It's really cool. And this Lean Into Life song is just like a really catchy, upbeat. It's just like saying, like, just give life a go. It's really cool. So I resonated really well with that song, and I think it's awesome. Next up, we got a cover. This is Exile by Loveless. So Exile is a song originally by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver. This is probably one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, and Loveless do a really great job of covering it and giving it a new take, a new energy, because the song itself is perfect. It's honestly a perfect song, but to do a song that has two different vocalists with a very different styling and make it their own, I think they did a great job of it. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And finishing off, we have Biffy Clyro, or Biffy Clyro, that's how I say it in a Scottish accent, just between you guys, and Bubbles. This is off Only Revolutions. Now, again, Biffy Clyro is a band that I never really checked out until we had a look at them on the channel, and I was sort of really blown away by them and how I hadn't checked them out before. This song to me is kind of poppy. It's not as heavy as some of their other stuff, but I feel like it showcases how interesting they are in terms of songwriting. It's a three-piece band. You would not know it hearing this song. Super catchy, really cool lyrics, really interesting timing to the music, and I feel like it's a really cool introduction into the band. So I know a few of the people in our Patreon have said how much they enjoyed checking out a bit more Biffy from this song, so hopefully it'll do the same for you guys. That's it. That's our 10 songs. 10 songs a week, putting in a bit more effort into sharing more of what we like in our music. It's my favorite thing, seeing you guys tag me in your stories, listening to songs, or putting them over workouts, or just like whatever it is. It means so much seeing you guys checking out music we recommend. One of our amazing patrons actually just got a sleep token tattoo like last week or the week before. She saw them in Perth when he got a tattoo on her ankle. It looked awesome. And I think that's so freaking cool that she was like, these guys made me check out this band and they mean so much to me, I got a tattoo. That's awesome. So thank you for the support. If you guys want to support even more and you want access to more of these videos, check out the Patreon. Link is down below. It's a great way of supporting us and allowing us to kind of give a bit more of an in-depth look at what we like. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.